Yes, let's go. So we're going to be down on the floor for the whole session today. And God, I've had a blank. We're going to lie down on the roller. That's what we're going to do first of all. So just sit towards the bottom of the roller. Support yourself as you lie down on it. And doesn't it feel good having a lie down? So making sure that your pelvis is on the roller, full length of the spine's on the roller, head on the roller, let the chin nod to the chest, and just have the arms resting on the side of the body. So we don't want to have the arms rigid, we want to soften the elbows. Just let them relax and feel how just by lying on a roller is going to open out the front of the body. Feel that your scapula, the shoulder blades are just dropping down each side of the roller. And as always, let's just have a little check-in with the position that you're in. So we've got the feet shoulder distance apart, got the feet parallel, and just lift the toes off the floor first. So leave the heels on the floor, spread out your toes, and then we're going to place them flat on the floor, making sure as always that the big toes, little toes, and the backs of the heels are pressed down into the floor. And just stay here for a moment. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and then just letting that breath out through the mouth. And again, taking a breath in. And as you stay in this position, just checking in with the body, making sure that we're pushing the right side, the right foot down, just as much as the left foot. Checking that we've got equal pressure on the right arm, as equal as the left arm. Going to take another breath in. And then as you let the breath out, we're just going to start to activate the core a little bit. So draw your belly button in. Think of that internal belt wrapping around the spine, creating that stability. But then I want you to release it and just let the core relax. Let's do that again. Take a breath in. And then as you let the breath out, you tighten that belt, drawing the belly button in. But this time, let's keep it pulled in. So we've got that stability for the lower back. As the right leg comes up to that tabletop position, hold it there for a moment, keep the navel pulled in, and now we're going to bring that left leg up to join it. So already feel these core muscles working hard. Now you're going to let your right leg lower, and as it lowers, closer it gets to the floor, the more you're going to tighten that belt, and then you're going to do the same with the left leg. Let that left leg lower. So let's go again. You're breathing in, right leg comes up to tabletop. As you breathe out, you're drawing that belly button into the spine. As your left leg comes up to join it. As you let the right leg lower, I want you to really focus on the core. Keep tightening that belt. Place the foot down on the floor. Then you're going to let your left leg lower down. And again, we've got two more leading with that right leg. It comes up. And also as you do this, make sure you're still pressing that equal pressure through each arm. Going to let your right leg lower, place the foot on the floor. Now let your left leg lower. We've got one more, leading with the right leg. So the right leg comes up to tabletop. You're tightening that belt, activating the core as the left leg comes up. Now this time, let's add on. Let the right leg lower. Now only let it lower. Let it hover as much as you can without the arch increasing in the lower back. So really activating the core even more now. Then your right leg comes up. Now let's do the same with the left. So remember, we're not straightening the leg. The angle of the knee remains the same. The movement's coming from the hip. And then you're going to bring your left leg up. And again, breathing in, let that right leg lower. Let it hover off the floor. And then as you breathe out, the right leg comes up. Now your left leg, breathing in, that's it. Let it lower, draw the belly button in. Now you're going to bring your left leg up. Now the right foot lowers. This time place it on the floor. Let the left foot lower, place that down on the floor. And just checking in again, equal pressure on each foot. Take a breath. We're going to go into some shoulder bridges. So see if you can activate the core once more, but this time we want to imprint the lower back. Want to activate the glutes. We've got to squeeze the bottom muscles as you peel up. Want to really feel the front of the hips opening out now. Now curl your pelvis And feel the back of the rib cage lower down. Keep squeezing the bottom, the middle of the back, the lower back, and then finally the pelvis back down on the roller. Let's go again. Take that breath in. As you breathe out, first of all, engage the core. See if you can imprint the lower back or maybe get it as close to the roller as you can. Then you're peeling up and you hold it there for a moment. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're lowering the spine. You're trying to curl that pelvis till the last second, and then you release it. We're going to do one more of these for now. So breath in at the bottom. As you breathe out, tighten that belt, imprint the lower back. And even as you're doing the shoulder bridge, check that your right foot is pressed down as equally as that left foot. Pausing at the top, then you're lowering the spine down. Keep curling that pubic bone all the way down, and then release you down on the roller. Now you're going to lift your arms up, and we're just going to turn the palms in to face each other and fingertips lengthen. Head stays on the roller, but let's lengthen that right arm. So feel the right scapula lifting and separating, and then lower your right shoulder and release the arm. Let's do the same with the left. Breathing in as it lifts. As you breathe out, let it lower. Now we're going to do both as you lift up. We're going to let them lower. Now your arms are going to go above the head. So now you're making sure that your rib cage doesn't lift. The arms reach out to the side, palms up to the ceiling really slowly. Maybe they slide along the floor. Turn the palms in and then lift them back up to the ceiling. Do that right shoulder again, breathing and lift. Breathe out, let it lower. Now your left shoulder lifts up, then you're going to let it lower. Now both of your shoulders lift, then they both lower, then the arms are going above the head, but we're trying to keep that rib cage down. The arms are reaching out, and again, maybe the fingers skim along the floor, all the way back in, and then lift them back up. We just got one more round. It's that right shoulder first, then it lowers. Now your left shoulder, let it lower down. Now both of the shoulders lift, then they lower. The arms go above the head, the rib cage stays down. The arms open out to the side, but this time leave the backs of the hands on the floor. Soften the elbows. Make sure your hands are not above shoulder height, they're below shoulder height, or they can even be in a little closer to the sides of the roller. But we want the palms up towards the ceiling for a moment. Want to feel the shoulders rolling back, front of the chest opening out wide, and just taking a deep breath in through the nose this time. As you let the breath out, just feel the backs of the arms, backs of the hands sinking towards the floor. And again, take another breath. And just breathe out, feel those collarbones opening out wide. Slide the hands down towards the sides of the roller, turn the palms down towards the floor. One more round of all of that, but we're leading with the left side. So first of all, take a breath. As you breathe out, we're tightening the belt. Draw the navel in. Now let's bring that left leg up to tabletop. Notice if you feel a bit more unstable than you did with the right leg leading. Your left leg comes up. Stay here. Tighten that belt even more, and as your left foot lowers to the floor, the closer it is, the tighter the belt, the more you've got to challenge the core, and then your right leg is going to lower back down. And again, breathe in, left leg comes up. Now as you breathe out, draw your belly button in, bring the right leg up. As your left leg lowers, challenge those core muscles, tighten it more and more, letting that right leg lower. And then let's go again. Left leg comes up first. Right leg. So again, we're making sure you've still got equal pressure on each arm. You're going to let your left leg lower down first of all. Then you're going to let your right leg lower. We've got one more, then we're adding that little challenge. The left leg comes up. Navel is in. Now the right leg comes up. Now this time your left leg lowers slowly. You're letting that foot hover. You're focusing on that belt, that core, and then left leg comes back up. Now your right leg, breathing in, let it lower, let it hover, drawing the belly button in. Then you're going to bring your right leg up. And again, let's lower the left leg, let the foot hover, challenge those core muscles. Then your left leg comes up. One more. Right leg lowers, it hovers, you draw the navel in, then you're going to bring it back up. Now lower your left foot down, leave it on the floor, right foot down, leave that on the floor. We've got those 3 shoulder bridges, so imprint the lower back, peeling up, we're curling up, holding it there at the top, slowly lower. So hopefully we're getting a little bit more movement through each section of the spine. And let's go again, imprint first, and tilt, and we're peeling up, hold it for a second, and then let the top of the back lower, the mid back, the lower back, finally the pelvis. We've got this one more time, so you're imprinting. So we're working on all of that connective tissue around the spine on this. Then you're going to lower. Once the pelvis is down on the roller, the arms lift up, turn the palms in. So lead with the left arm, lengthen your left arm up, let it lower. Now the right arm, breathing in, it lifts. Breathe out, let it lower. Now it's both together, they lift, they lower. Your arms go above the head. Remember, rib cage stays down. The arms reach out to the side, down towards the floor. Turn your palms into the sides of the roller and then lift back up. Let's go again. It's left shoulder first. Let it lower down. Now it's the right. And then let it lower. Now it's both of your shoulders lift. Let them lower. That's it. Your arms are above the head. You're still working on that equal pressure on each foot. The arms circle out. Back down to the sides of the roller. We got that one last time. The arms lift. Then the left shoulder lifts. Then you let it lower. The right shoulder lifts. Let it lower. Now both of the shoulders lift. Let them both lower. The arms go above the head. You open them out. But like we did before, we're going to leave the backs of the hands on the floor. Soften the elbows. Remember, they can be closer into the sides of the roller if that feels better for you. And let's take those 3 breaths in through the nose. Just letting that breath out through the mouth. And again, take another deep breath in. And then you're going to let that breath out. And one more time. So in through the nose. Just letting the breath out. Bring the hands close to the roller. Turn the palms to the floor. Carefully roll off the side of your roller. Just see how your body feels as you lie down on your back. You're going to slot the roller down between the feet and the bottom. And just lie down for a moment. Just feel how that roller has released the connective tissue. Feel how the body sinks down, chin to the chest. Now we're going to put the feet on the roller. So you want the arches of the feet on the roller. Time to work our hamstrings. So we want to make sure the roller doesn't roll away. So it's the muscles down the backs of the legs that are keeping the roller still. Now take a breath in. Now breathe out. Imprint the lower back. Curl the pelvis. You're going to get much more movement through the spine as you do your shoulder bridge this way. Hold it at the top, chin to the chest. Remember, the weight is across the top of the back, it's not on the neck. Your arms are pressed down and you're curling that pubic bone as you lower your spine down slowly, and especially the bottom of the spine. You want to make this a fast movement to get over that hamstring, but if you can, slow it down. Now, once the bottom is down on the floor, let your legs roll to the right. So the left side of the bottom lifts up. Keep the collarbones wide. Keep the shoulders on the floor. Bring your legs back. And now we're going to go over towards that left side. So the right side of the bottom lifts. Then you bring it back to the center. We're going to go again. We've got 3 rounds of this. So breath in. Breathe out. Press the lower back. Curl your pubic bone. Peeling up. Feel how hard those hamstrings have got to work here. Keep the roller as still as you can as you lower the top of the back. Curl your pelvis, middle of the back. Try to keep the roller still. Bottom of the back and then the pelvis. We're going to roll to the right. Remember, those hamstrings are going to get a nice stretch in a minute. Bring it back. Now you're going to roll your legs to the left side and then bring it back to the center. Going to stay centered. Take a breath in. 2 more to go. Imprint. Curling. Peeling up. Getting strong hamstrings. Hold it at the top. Curl your pelvis. Roller is still. All the way down. See if you can get into your lower back. And then release. Legs roll to the right. Excellent. Now bring them back to the center. Let your legs roll over to the left side. And then you're going to come back, hold it center. This is your last one. Breath in. Breathe out. Imprint, curl, peeling up into your shoulder bridge. We're staying here. There's a little catch. I want you to stay here. Make sure you're secure. Hips are level. Can you lift the right leg up to tabletop? We're keeping these hips level. And then slowly let the right foot lower. Now let's see if the left leg, now maybe that foot just hovers a little bit. Or coming up, remember, listen to your body. Keep those hips level. Slowly, slowly let it lower. Just got one more on each side. Make sure the foot is securely on the roller. It's not going to roll off anywhere. Right leg lifts. Pelvis is square. And then you're going to lower back down. It's your last time, so get that pelvis square first. So it's your glutes working here and the hamstrings. Then you're going to lower. You're curling that pelvis as you lower all the way down and release it. Now those muscles definitely need a good stretch now. So move the roller to your bottom. Put the feet on the floor in front of the roller. Sink the lower back. Tilt. We're peeling up, and now we're going to move the roller up. So the roller is now under the pelvis or the lower back, whatever feels best for you. We want the pelvis high. Hands to the side of the roller, just checking we've got roughly about the same amount of roller at each side. Now we bring the right leg to tabletop, left leg, we're going to bring the legs together now. Feel that stretch as you lengthen out the legs. Good. And then just bend them back to that tabletop position. So it's important to have long muscles, but strong muscles as well. So lengthen out, stretching those hamstrings. Bend back to tabletop. We've got two more. You lengthen and stretch out, and then you're going to bend. And one more time, lengthen, stretch out the legs, and then bend. Ready for your hip rolls. Try and keep your legs glued together over towards that right side. So the left side of the bottom lifts, but that left shoulder is down. Now you're going to bring it back. So now we're starting to add some rotation in the spine. Over towards the left, but only as far as you can keep both of your shoulders pressed onto the floor. Then you're going to bring it back. We're going to do this one more on each side. We're going over towards the right side and then bring it back. We're also massaging out any tightness in the muscles in the lumbar spine here. Over to the left. Then we're going to bring it back to the center. Now the legs stretch. We lengthen the hamstrings. Now we're going to go into scissors. The right leg folds, the left leg comes towards you. Now leave it there. 2 pulses. The legs pulse 1, 2, and then you're going to bring them back to the center. Let's reverse it. Now your right leg comes towards your head. Your left leg moves away. The legs are straight. Then pulse 1, 2, and then bring it back. And let's go again. So the pelvis stays still here. We pulse the legs 1, 2, and then you're going to bring it back. And again, right leg towards you, left leg forwards. Pulse 1, 2, bring it back. Now stay center. Legs are straight. Legs are glued together. Bend your right leg, but keep those knees together. Flex your left foot. Now we're going to the right side. So we want to keep the tops of the legs squeezed together. Now when you're the right side, lengthen your left heel and press the left shoulder blade down. And then you're going to bring it back to the center. As you come to the center, the legs swap over. Right leg straight, flex the foot, legs are squeezed together. Now you're going to go to the left. You stay there for a moment. When you're at the left, can you lengthen the right heel? Push the right shoulder blade down. Bring the legs back to the center, ready to swap over again. Left foot is flexed. Bring your legs to the right. Good, and you're lengthening through your left heel. Then you're going to bring it back to the center. We're swapping over one more time. Left leg bent, right leg straight. Flex the right foot. Then we're going over to the left. Pause there, lengthen the right heel, right shoulder down. Bring it back, point the right foot. Stretch the left leg up. We've got double leg circles. We're going to open out. Now we don't want this pelvis to move, it stays there, so it's the legs moving within the hip joint. And then we're going to reverse it, we're opening out and bring the legs together. Open the legs out, reach them forwards, bring them together, leave them there, open them out from there, bring it back. We're opening out the hips, keep it going, we've got 4 more. These are going to help us in another exercise coming up. Circle round, and again, out, down, circle, open out, up, bring it together. 1 more of each. So hopefully those hamstrings are feeling a little bit better now. Open all the way out, bring it back. Now keep your legs straight. Now either toes pointed or feet flexed. Both of your legs are going to the right now. Now we're trying to keep this left heel and right heel level. So we're lengthening the legs, we're pressing the shoulders down, then both of your legs come back to the center. Now they both go to the other side. So if you see one foot sliding back, you know it's coming from the side of the waist. So try and keep the heels and the feet level, then bring it back, making the movement a little smaller if you need to. 1 more as you go to the right, then you're going to bring it back to the center, and 1 more over towards the left side, and then you're going to bring it back, point the feet, bend your knees in, bring the knees in towards you, let the roller roll forwards, or push the roller forward should I say, holding it there, separate the legs, hands on the backs of the thighs, push the thighs into the hands, lift the head up, and now we're going to roll all the way up. And now from here, let's just release our thoracic a little bit before the next exercise. So the roller's going behind you, lean back into it, make sure it's not going to go rolling off anywhere, interlink the fingers together, hands behind the head. Now we want the elbows forward because that's going to separate the scapula so we can get into that connective tissue. The bottom lifts, the head drops back, and you're just going to slowly roll it up towards the base of the neck. Slowly rolling it back down. And again, now if one side feels a bit tighter, then lean into that side a little bit more. Or maybe go into one side for a couple of rolls and then come back to the center. And then try the other side for a couple of rolls. Do what feels best for your body. If you are going to the sides, make sure you finish off back to the center, rolling it up. Iron out any tightness in those muscles, especially our trapezius, the muscles on the tops of the shoulders can get really, really tight. And again, this is going to help you in the next exercise. Rolling it up, roll it back down. We're going to do that 1 more time. We're going to roll up and then we're going to roll down. Hold it there, let the bottom drop. Make sure your elbows are still in and just let the upper body drop back a little bit. Remember, we want to keep that same gap between the chin and chest throughout this movement. So it's not moving the neck, it's a spinal movement. Elbows are in as you drop back. And again, great one for your posture, curling back up. We're going to do 2 more, breathing in as you drop back. And then as you breathe out, you're going to curl back up. We've got that 1 more time. Breathing in as you drop back. As you breathe out, you're curling up, looking towards the knees. You're going to shuffle the bottom back so the roller rolls a little further down your back, allowing you to lift a little higher. Then you're going to stretch out the arms, draw the belly button in, rolling up. Now you're going to have your legs stretched out and have the roller on the fronts of your legs. Now this one, we want to have the feet a bit wider than hips. And we want to try and lengthen up, so working all our postural muscles here. If you can, the hands are on the outsides here. Now from here, we're going to do spine stretch, one of the classical moves. So we're rolling from the neck, and as we do, the roller rolls down the legs towards the ankles, and the head drops down, but we're pushing into the roller. We're getting some work in the arms. Now from this position, we're pulling the belly button. We want to push into the roller and see if you can lengthen your spine in this position. Feel the shoulders slide down. Then we're going to let that head drop down. Look towards your thighs. Draw the navel in. Roll the roller back up towards you. and then feel that length in the spine. Now breathe in, imagine the crown of the head floating up. As you breathe out, similar to a roll down, it's your neck, it's the top of the back, and as you do the roll, it's rolling down, just towards the feet. Now push into the roller and see if you can straighten the spine. Think of sticking your chest out, slide the shoulder blades down, and then let the head drop. Draw your belly button in towards the spine, roll back up, and lengthen up. We've got 2 more. Breathing in. We're working all those little tiny postural muscles. We're rolling down through the neck, through the top of the back. We're still pulling that belly button in. Push into the roller. See if you can straighten the lower back, the middle of the back, the top of the back. Head up. Feel the chest sticking out, and then reverse that. You're rounding through the spine. You're drawing the belly button in, and you're coming back up. One more time. So feel that length first. Then we're rolling from the neck, then the top of the back. The roller rolls down your legs, pushing into the roller as you try and straighten the spine. Feel the scapula sliding down the back, and then you're tucking under, and then you're rolling that roller all the way back up. Once you're up, you're going to bend the legs. You're going to have the roller at the side, and we're going to swing the legs round to the other side. Remember, option you've always got is having your legs in front if this doesn't feel good on the hips, but hopefully we've opened out the hips for this one. Now your arm is straight on the roller. It's a little bit different than normal mermaid. The hand is slightly in front of the shoulder. We don't want the shoulder to lift. The roller rolls away. The arm is just going to go on a diagonal, and the bottom can lift up off the floor. Holding it here, and then you're going to bring it back. Then you're going to let the arm lower. One more like this. So the arm is straight, it's strong. The other arm lifts up on that diagonal. Then you're going to bring it all the way back. Now we're going to start to add a little rotation. So try that again. Now find that position. Now from here, this arm is rotating. So that arm is on the roller. Now think of these muscles around the rib cage. That's what we want to turn here. Now you reverse that, so the arm opens back out to the side, you're on that diagonal, and then bring it back up. Remember, listen to your body. If it doesn't feel good doing the rotation, just stay into the side bend or rotate. So it's not just the arm moving, it's the rib cage. Everything around the rib cage is rotating, holding it there, and then you reverse it, the arm is opening out. Then you're coming back up, let it lower. Just got 2 more to go. So you find that diagonal, then you find that rotation in the spine, and then you're sort of pushing into the roller, seeing if you can turn the rib cage even more. Then the arm opens out, brilliant, and then come back up. And we've just got that one more time. So we're going to the side, and then the arm comes forward, your rib cage rotates, and you see if you can rotate it even more. Then you're going to take that arm out to the side and then bring it all the way back up. Well done. We're going to swing straight round onto the other side today. So let's pick the roller up, over to the other side. Swing your legs around. Just see what this side feels like. One hip can feel totally different to the other. So option is having the feet in front. So the arm is strong. It's slightly in front of the shoulder. Just going to go into that side bend first. So you might have to mess about with the position of the roller. Find that diagonal, fingertip to fingertips lengthening, and then we're going to bring it back up. And let's go again. So we're going over, finding that length, and then you're going to bring it back. Stay with that or add the rotation. Go to that position first, then the arm moves. Remember, the rib cage moves, the spine moves, and the bottom will probably want to lift up a bit, and that's fine. Now just see if you've got more rotation on one side than the other. Then your arm lifts up, you retrace the lines into that diagonal, and then bring it back up. And let's go again. Find that diagonal first, the arm lifts, rotates, your rib cage turns, and then you see if you can rotate that rib cage even more. Then the arm lifts, and again your eye line follows that movement, and then bring it back. Good, you've got 2 more here. Over to the side, pause there, find that stability, then move and rotate, turning through the spine, and then bring it back. And then we're going to come back up, let it lower. This is your last one. Over to the side, hold it, and then turning, rotating that spine. Can you turn that rib cage any more? Then you're going to lift the arm up, back into that diagonal. Excellent. Then you're going to come all the way back up. Now we're going to kneel. So we're kneeling, but we're going to have our shins on the roller. So you're going to just go onto the roller. You might need to roll it back a little bit. So you're going to have your toes tucked under. Now you are on the hands. We're working stability now in the shoulders. So what we don't want is we don't want the head flopping down. We want that line. We don't want to be collapsing in between the shoulder blades. We're holding it here for a moment. Now I want to think of this pelvis square to the floor. So there's no movement in the pelvis. The toes are tucked under to give you stability. But we're going to point that right leg and we're going to lift the right leg up. And as you lift it up, make sure the hips are square. You're going to lower down, tap that knee on the roller, and then let's do that again. Now, if this feels too much on your arms or your upper body, you can adapt, you can modify, you can let your elbows lower down. Tap down. We've got 2 more here. So we're lifting up. And then we're going to lower, and we're going to tap down, and we're going to do 1 more. We're lifting up, and then we're going to lower down. Now we're trying to keep the pelvis still. It's not a very ladylike movement, but we're going to open the knee and the leg out to the side, and then we're going to bring it back in. And again, so you want the leg moving within that hip joint. We don't want any movement in the pelvis. Then we're going to bring it back. 2 more. So feel how hard your arms have got to work here as well. Bring it back in. We're going to do 1 more out to the side and then bring it back in. Tuck the toes under, square off your hips, tuck the pelvis round the back, look towards your thighs. Now walk your hands in towards the thighs, coming up. Feel these quads now. So all the way up, we're lengthening the crown head. We're just going to release our wrists for a bit before we go to the other side. So arms in front, hands are slightly below shoulders. Make fists circle the wrist joints. So we circle them round. And as we do this, feel your thighs working hard. Squeeze the bottom muscles. And then we're going to release, let the arms lower. We're rolling down. So can you let your chin drop? The upper back, you'll get to the point where your bottom will need to go out. Arms down, walk your hands forwards, find your center, find that position. Navel is in, ready for the left leg. So we're going to lift that left knee up, we'll point the left foot, but we're trying to keep the hips square to the floor. The knee lowers down, it's just going to tap on the roller. And again, now feel how your core has got to work hard here as well. And then lower down, making sure we're not sinking in between the shoulder blades. We've got 2 more here, lift. Going to do a nice release in a minute. Lower down. And again, 1 more lift. And then lower down. Now we've got that lovely one as the leg goes out to the side, but it only goes out as far as you can keep the pelvis still. Then that leg comes back. And again, it's opening out, holding it. Then you're going to bring it back. Just 2 more here. The leg is opening out, working through the hip and all the muscles around the hip. We've got 1 more. The leg is opening out. Then we're going to bring it back. You're going to tuck the toes under, knees on the roller, and then tuck under round the back. Look towards your thighs. Walk your hands in. Squeeze the bottom. Use your thigh muscles here. As you come up, front of the hips open out. Arms in front, make that fist, circle the wrists again. So releasing them as you circle them all the way around. And then you're going to lower down. We're trying to keep the pubic bone curled under. Squeeze the bottom, roll down. How much can you squeeze the bottom as you roll down? You'll get to a point where the bottom's going to stick out. You're going to walk your hands forwards. And now from here, lift the toes off the floor. Now walk the hands a little bit further forwards maybe. Your elbows can be on the floor. Now think of that cat stretch round the back, look towards your thighs. Now this is going to be a stomach exercise. Can you pull your belly button in and release? Now this time you do cat stretch, can you pull the roller in? Pull the roller in, belly button is in, release the roller and release the spine. 3 more. So use your stomach muscles to pull the roller in, hold it, pull that belly button in and then release it. 2 more. So this is like knee stretch that we do on the reformer. You're pulling in, belly button is in and then you're going to release. 1 more time, you pull the roller in. You're massaging out those shins as well, belly button in, and we're going to release it. Tuck the toes under, walk the hands towards you, lift the knees up, push the roller forwards, knees, feet on the floor, roll the roller into rest position here. And just letting that head just drop down here, taking a breath in, letting that breath out. And again, take a breath. As you breathe out, the roller comes towards you, you roll up. Last little massage section. So we worked all of these muscles now. Now it's time to release them. So first of all, we're going to roll onto the side and we're going to have the roller under the armpit and we're going to bend and have the hand on the head, behind the head. Other hand is on the roller and we're just going to roll forwards towards the front of that armpit. So you look at the floor and then just bring it back to that start position. And again, so again, it's important to strengthen these muscles, but also to release them as we're doing now. And then bring it back to that start position. We've got 2 more here. So we're just rolling towards the front of that armpit. And then we're going to bring it back to that start position. And we've got that 1 more time as you roll towards the front of that armpit. And then you're going to bring it back to that start position. Now from here, push the roller away. We're going to do the other armpit in a minute. But first, you're going to lie on your back. Now make sure that roller's not going to roll off. The roller is under your neck, your head. And your eyeliner's maybe just above the knees. We're going to release the fascia from the occipital bones, the base of the skull. So from here, your shoulders stay still. You're going to just turn your head to the right. Now stay there. Make sure both sides of the bottom are on the floor. Make sure that your shoulder hasn't had to lift any more than it already is. And just stay there for a moment. Take a breath. Just letting that breath out. Now these muscles can get really tight. So let's try and release them. Slowly come to the center. Now think chin towards the chest so it opens up the back of the neck. And now go to the other side. And then stay there. Hold it still. Take a breath in. Equal pressure each side of the bottom. Then you're going to slowly bring it back. And again, now notice if you feel it easier as you turn your head one side than the other. Stay at the right side. Nod the chin towards the front of that right shoulder. Lift the chin away from the right shoulder, but keep the head to the right side. Just a real small movement with the roller. Chin lifts. 2 more, the chin drops towards the front of that right shoulder. Then the chin lifts away from the front of the right shoulder. 1 more, drops. And then it lifts. And then you find a midway position. Then you slowly bring the head back through the center, adjusting that roller if you need to. And now head to the right and stay there. Let the chin nod to the, no, that's your left side. Just let your chin nod to the left shoulder. And lift the chin away from the front of that left shoulder. And let's go again. Just let it nod down. And then lift it up. 2 more to go. Let the chin drop. And then you're going to lift it up. And let's do 1 more. The chin drops towards the front of that left shoulder. It lifts. Find a midway position. Bring your head just back to the center. We're just going to stay here for a moment. Take a breath. Just letting that breath out. And then you're going to walk your feet and your legs together. Carefully just roll onto any side. Push up. We've got the other armpit and the other shoulder to work. So let's move the roller to the other side. And then bending the legs. So we want the roller under the armpit. It'll be interesting to see if one side feels different to the other. Elbow on the floor, slightly in front of the shoulder, hand supporting the head, other hand on the roller. Just roll it forwards towards the front of that armpit. And then you're going to bring it back so that your shoulders are level again. We're going to go again, rolling it forwards towards the front of that armpit. And then bring it back so that your shoulders are level. Again, just 2 more here as you roll it forwards. Bring it back so that your shoulders are level. And we've got that one more time as you roll it forwards to the front of that armpit. Bring it back so the shoulders are level again. Now from here, come up. We're just going to lie on the roller just for a minute. So right back to the beginning. So we've released the body, we've strengthened the body. So let's lie back, just like we did to begin with. Take a moment, making sure the pelvis is on the roller, making sure the neck's on the roller, and the arms are on the floor. And I just want you to turn your palms to the ceiling straight away now. And feel, hopefully it feels a little easier than it did to begin with. Now you can have your legs bent, or you can have maybe your knees resting against each other. Just find a position as comfortable as you can. I know it's difficult lying on a roller. Let the chin nod to the chest, and then lift the chin a little bit. Let that chin nod to the chest. The head stays on the roller. It lifts up a little bit. 2 more, the chin nod. Feel that stretch in the back of the neck. 1 more, let the chin nod. Keep the chin down. Relax your arms. Take a deep breath in. Just let the breath out. We're not engaging any muscles here. Taking a breath in. Maybe legs straight feels good for you. Maybe not. See whatever is comfortable for you on the roller. In through the nose. Just let that breath out. And as you breathe in, this time I want you to feel the chest rising. I want you to feel your stomach rising as you take that full inhalation. And each time you breathe out, just feel the body relax. And again, take another breath. And just letting that breath out. And feel the back of your head heavy on the roller. And feel your facial muscles beginning to relax. Taking a breath. As you let the breath out, like we did in the beginning, we're checking that you've got just as much pressure on your right arm as you have on your left arm. And again, in through the nose, feel the stomach rising. Breathe in even deeper, deeper than you think you can. Letting the breath out. Feeling the body relax. One last time, breathe in even deeper this time. When you think you can't breathe in anymore, try that extra breath. And then letting that breath out, turn your palms to the floor, just carefully roll off the roller. And again, just feel your body just melting down into the floor. Notice the difference it feels when you come off the roller, palms up to the ceiling. Like we did earlier, your feet stay apart, but let your legs roll to that right side. Keep the feet apart as you bring the legs back through the center. And now your legs are rolling over to the left side. Now feel the shoulders relaxing on the floor as you do this. Feel your arms relaxing. Bring it back. Keep the legs apart as we roll to the right. Bring your legs back to the center and just keeping them apart as you go over towards the left side. And then you're coming back. I want you to bring your legs together. I want you to roll over onto your side. And I want you to keep rolling around so that you're on your hands and knees. And I want you just to have that quick check as always of your alignment, hands under shoulders, knees into hips. Now can you round that back, pushing the arms into the floor, look towards your thighs into that cat stretch, tuck your toes under, walk your hands to your knees. Let's switch on the core one last time, draw the belly button in, feet flat on the floor, knees are soft, let your head hang. Let the arms hang. Draw your belly button in, curl the pubic bone. Let your arms just hang heavy as you slowly roll up, slowly up, all the way up, lengthen through the crown of the head. You're going to open out the arms, reach them up towards the ceiling. You're going to let them lower, and well done. You've strengthened, you've stretched, you've released. Doesn't that feel